Lord Carver, bringer of most massive destruction, Esquire the Third. Once their enemies have been crushed underfoot, I will carve a kingdom from the lands of men. Lord Carver. Never before in history has a pharaoh gained such a reputation as that of Lord Carver, the self-styled bringer of most massive destruction. Ruling over the growing herds of the pharaoh, Lord Carver is a grim figure. His lips curl into a snarl, openly displaying his disdain for any other species. Bitterly jealous of the nations of men, the Pharaoh Lord savors cutting down humans on the field of battle. Someday he will wrest from the world the awe and adoration that is his due, and he will punish those who were too slow to kneel to him. Lord Carver's brutal drive for conquest was born from time spent watching mankind from the fringes, seeing their cities and accomplishments with ever-growing hate and envy. From the first time he sought to offer his services for coin, Lord Carver felt the superstitious disregard of humanity, how they viewed him as a lesser creature. He set out to subjugate his people in order to demonstrate to humanity that they must respect and fear him as a great leader. His conquest of the pharaoh allowed him to have a taste of what would it be like when he has brought the other, more hated species under his hoof. His vicious campaign culminated in the lesser warlords submitting to his will as generals in the would-be king's army. To demonstrate his worth, both among his people and to the humans seeking to hire his army, he borrowed honorifics in the human style and takes great pride in hearing his titles used to herald his return from battle. Gaining domination over his people was only the first step in a larger plan, for Carver will not be content until the humans also bow to him. To this day, Carver sometimes wishes he had killed the arrogant human who came to him and spoke of improving the pharaoh, both physically and culturally. Dr. Arcadius immediately seized upon Carver's desire to forge his people into a weapon. While Lord Carver did not entirely understand all of Arcadius' goals, the scientist proved himself by creating stronger beasts to assist him in the ever-escalating battles for conquest. The boastful Humans Council has proven valuable to Lord Carver, even as the other pharaoh warlords mistrust both his advisor's motives and his obvious intelligence. Lord Carver feels help from this human tarnishes his achievements, yet he cannot turn away from the living weapons bringing him each victory. The pharaoh have made startling advances as a people on the strength of his doctor's schemes. One day, Lord Carver will enjoy stringing Arcadius up and watching him bleed out, but only once the obnoxious human has outlived his usefulness. Lord Carver leads by example, exalting his soldiers to rise above their origins and become something greater. He rails upon any he deems lazy or lacking the proper enthusiasm for their cause. He dreams of pharaoh fortresses and roads, of cities where they are the dominant race and humans are pushed to the dusty and windswept wastelands. When Carver is done, all of Western immoren will either bow to him or be trodden under the hooves of their rightful and powerful leader.